beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good.
Yeah. Someone got gun on that dirt. Yeah. If I were podcasting, it would be insane. Knowledge blowing like the sweetest rain. Professor Bear on the mic, spreading wisdom wide. A bear's thoughts, that's my pride, can't hide.
With the voices in your ear, changing the game.
If I rule podcast.
Welcome, and thank you for joining me today. I am Professor Bear, and this is A Bear's Thoughts. Guys, girls, I'm going to start this podcast off by saying I hate electronics. I hate them. Every time you depend on them, they break your heart. They always doing this to you, Professor. But luckily for me, I've had enough. How would I put this? I've had enough botches trying to do a quality podcast that I think I'm pretty ready for anything. So getting ready for this great interview with Paige, I have my stuff set up. I'm going. My mic stopped working. And I'm like, come on now, come on. Then I remember last night it messed up on me before I went on the podcast. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can fix it. I got enough time. Then after 5 minutes of getting frustrated, I said, screw it. That's why I have the back computer. Guys, girls.
I get it.
Guys, girls, this is another wonderful interview. I get to talk to another amazing young lady that is doing her thing on the independent circuit. This is why I am big on promoting indie promotions, because there are great people out there that have so much going on and they bring so much genuine caring and their love, and it shows in their work when they wrestle. So Paige, how are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm great. I'm above ground. I got air in my lungs, and my children are happy, and my husband is still my husband. So we're doing good. We're doing good.
always love to hear that. And yours intro is kind of similar to mine. I say I am up and everything else is a bonus. So
yep, that is true. That is true.
I will start off with the question that I ask most of my guests when we start a podcast. How did you become a wrestling fan?
Grew up in it. I think it's the cliche. My family watched it. I watched it as a child, but I grew up with the Attitude Era, with the Stone Colds and the Rocks and the Bret Harts and the, and the Undertakers and the Kanes and the raunchiness. So I came up in a really good time of wrestling, and it's so funny that an uncle of mine had messaged like on my Facebook. He was like, "You always said you was going to be a wrestler," and I was like, "Yeah, well, it may not be exactly what I thought, but it's definitely there." So, but yeah, I just grew up watching it, and my family loved it, and every pay-per-view we would get, it was a family affair. We didn't like sports, it was wrestling.
Definitely understand that. It's very similar to mine. So you're that great fan. How did you actually get into the business?
That is a book in itself. So I have a stepfather that is also in the business, and he had dated my mother a while. I just started going to the shows, and I eventually was like, I want to do this. Like, I feel like I can really do this. And he said that there's only one person that he would allow to train me. And about 2 weeks before I was supposed to meet the trainer, I go to a show, and it was just a normal show, just hanging out with friends. And we go to this little bar next door, and I meet this guy. His name is Larry Jones. And we start talking, and we become friendly. And my dad's like, I'm here to meet you. You can meet your trainer. You go here, here, and here. And I was like, well, what's his name? And he was like, Larry Jones. And I was like, I think I met him the other night. And then long story short, we became boyfriend and girlfriend and husband and wife before I actually got to wrestle. So I was around the business for like 6 years. And finally me and Larry were at a show, and I got to manage him at this show. It was just like a one-off show. And I apparently did really good. And he was like, I think you can do this. I think we should do this. I think you should start training. I think you should really look into it. And I've been in wrestling for 7 years now. And so I've been in the business for 12 plus years. And I finally I fought my way to get to where I'm at, for sure. Not just in the business, but literally with my husband. It took him forever to be like, you know what, we can do this. We can be a couple. We can be a wrestling couple. Like it'll work out. Because he's seen so much bad that I was like, well, they're not as tough as I am. So, and then here I am. So I'm excited to be here.
So with that being said, you met your trainer / boyfriend / husband before your stepfather could introduce you. How crazy is that?
That is fate in itself. We were definitely hands down meant to be regardless. And I'm a big spiritualist. My kids call me a witch, but I'm a spiritualist. And I believe things are supposed to happen the way that they're supposed to happen. And I met him at a bar next to a show, and I called him up and I was like, hey, I think you're supposed to start training me. My stepdad's Lester Brown. And he goes, yeah, that's not going to work. So either we're going to like be together or like, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I guess we're just going to be together. I'll just work my way through that. So, but yeah, he's definitely, he came a long way to be like, okay, we can do this.
So with you being trained by your husband,
Mhm.
do you remember your first match?
I was actually trained by my husband, my best friend, and my other best friend, Ronnie Roberts. He does the training at Grindhouse now. He was the original trainer, and trust me, he busted every ball I had. He did not give me any special treatment. He did not let me get away with anything. So I hate him to this day for that, but I also love him for that. But yeah, so all three of them had definitely a huge hand in anything that I do. But I don't know. I'm so sorry. What was your original question? I got into that.
No problem. Do you remember your first match?
My first match. Yes, sir. I had a cage match, my first match. It was, I'll have a lot of opportunities in a chance of, well, this fell through. Are you willing to fill in? And then they see what I can do. And then that's how I kind of get my foot in the door. So I'm just kind of always there in case, I guess. But I guess that's what happened. I guess something had fell through, and we were like doing like a big blowout between me and this girl. And I wasn't supposed to have the match yet, but we had to have the match, and it was supposed to be a cage match. And they were like, do you feel comfortable? And I was like, yeah. I did not. I was really nervous and really scared, and I thought I was going to throw up. And we had a cage match, and it was an awesome match, and it was an easy first match. And hands down to Larry and Max and Ronnie for trusting me with it, and hands down to Kayla Cassidy for being able to get me through the match, because she had been wrestling before me. So, it was a good little match, and I pushed right on through with it.
So I've talked to a lot of wrestlers doing this, and generally I think I hear is, oh, I started in a battle royal, or I started in a 6-man match where I was able to have people around me. And how in the world do you say, hey, you think you do a cage match? Yeah, I'm ready. How do you do that?
I have really big kahunas. No, so I was raised very rough, and I was raised in the projects, and I literally fought for a living, like fist fought in high school to make money. And it's hard for me to back down from too much of anything. So if somebody's like, hey, do you wanna, or hey, if you say, do you think you can? I'm like, automatically, yes. I don't even know if I can. I'll figure it out on the way. But I will do it. I promise you, just to prove to you that I can.
I, I love that attitude. I mean, it's a winning formula. Even if, let's just say you screwed it up, it was the worst thing ever, but you didn't let fear stop you from at least attempting. And that's
Oh yeah.
such an amazing thing, especially for. And how old were you when you started?
Well, I
I,
was in my
I,
20s.
I
No, I don't care about it. I'm not that kind of person. I am 36, proud 36. I've lived a very long 36 years, and I'm very proud of that 36. I was, gosh, I was 2018, so I was probably 28. I was probably 20, in between 26 and 28, I think, when I started wrestling. Yeah, when I actually started like being able to do more than announce or to hand out the tickets or be paying at the door, you know what I mean? So
right,
yeah.
right. So, and I don't mean to really dwell on it, but I got a chance. My first time in a wrestling ring was in a cage match too, and
Mhm.
the whole show was cage matches, and I
Mm,
again got my first time to be in a ring and cut a promo, and I was just like super amazed. I'm like, oh my God, I am in a cage match. I'm not
right.
wrestling, but and there's people out here and they're cheering for me. I lost my mind. Matter of fact, during the promo, I skipped over something I was supposed to say, and I recognized it when I did it. So I kind of weaved back into it to give it to the person with the most experience to take the mic from me. So again, I get it a little bit,
Yeah.
but another question I would love to ask you, because as not a wrestler, never trained or anything, I was blessed to be working with a company, and they wanted me in the ring to help set up the main event. So this is my first time going behind the scenes, really. So I'm standing in Gorilla, and that was mind blowing. Seeing everything is like, oh wow, cool, cool. I walked out, they hit my music, I walk out. I immediately get tunnel vision.
Mm.
I hear I couldn't hear my music, I couldn't hear the fans. I honestly still don't know how I walked around the ring because everything was a blur to me.
Mhm.
Now, is that how you feel when you started? Is that how you felt, or do you feel that way now? Just get kind of a blur.
Yeah, I would say honestly, it's not really like a blur. I think it's more like just a, I don't know, like you just go into like a different world. You go into I'm a different demeanor, I'm a different person. My attitude's different. I talk different, I look different, I sound different. I come across different. I'm more cocky, and which is hard because I'm cocky already in real life. And it's a tunnel vision. It's how I would imagine an actor would feel when they would go on set to like play a character. And
Right.
the best part about my character is I get to just be me amped, and that's really all I am. And I think a lot of people, they look at me, and I am 36, and I'm a short white mom. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a soccer mom, and that's what I look like in every day. You know what I mean? I have a
Right.
shoot job just like everybody else. I'm a pharmacist tech. Like, that's life. And when I get to go out there, I get to be that badass girl that used to beat girls up in high school for $200 a pop, and would win, and never got knocked out, never got put to sleep, never. I lost one battle, and that was the only battle I decided I was going to lose because I didn't like that feeling. And that's that I get to be that person again. And I think that's the best part about wrestling is you get to be a version of yourself that you don't always get to be.
I, I definitely understand that. Um, what is your thoughts on wrestling for females today? Do you think it's better than what you grew up on, or what is your feeling about it?
Yeah, that's an iffy one. I think I see so many, like I told you when you asked me about my tag on Instagram. I absolutely love. I'm married. I have been married. I will stay married. He is my husband. I love him, but I absolutely love women. They're so empowerful. They're so unpredictably beautiful, crazy, wonderful, creative character, like artistic creatures that it's so hard not to, love a woman in itself. So that means I have to love myself, obviously. But I
Obviously.
feel like, but I feel like the women in the industry are definitely moving forward for being more than just a sex symbol, for being more than just, excuse the butt and boobies, you know what I mean? And it's women are pushing to be more than that, and women are showing that we can grapple right along with the men. And I am one of those women, and here and at our company, Gen X Pro, um, we have all kinds of women come through there that are just powerful. We have women like Big Mama from the Ohio area, and Stevie Ash from our academy, and Lexi Green, who was my best friend, but she's a butthead. But Lexi Green, and she is, we were a tag team for so long, and we know each other so well that we're both witches, and she got a little bit on the dark side. But she's so powerful and meaningful and into it. And you have people like Ari Alexander, and the Big Flexer, and Alexis Littlefoot, and you just have so many women. I can go on and on and on and on about the women that are just killing it in the game. But unfortunately, we can keep killing it as much as we want. It's really hard when nobody else takes it seriously. So I think what women in the industry are just doing today is just trying to see that we are just as serious as the men. And I think it's starting to show. I think it's starting to see out there, because you have the people like the Jordan Graces, and the bigger, I only say Jordan Grace because when my husband was in TNA, I looked up to her. She was, she's amazing. And but you just have so many beautiful, wonderful creatures out there that have so much talent and have so much to give. And sooner or later, I think everybody is going to see just how amazing women wrestling is. It's crazy talented out there.
One thing that I personally always do is make sure that women get their just due, because again, like you said, a lot of times people don't take them seriously, and they're only being set, being looked at for their figure, there's how they look, and not what they can do. And when WWE went over to Saudi, the one thing that, and one of the few things that I really like about women in Saudi is they're fully dressed. You can't look at, well, you can look at their body, but
Right.
it's covered, and they get to show you, hey, we're not just a sex symbol. We are wrestlers, period. And
Right.
I think that's a great example. And on the indie circuit, there's so many great women wrestlers like yourself that do such amazing work. And it makes me proud to be a wrestling fan, to know that we have such a great generation of wrestlers and talent that is going to bleed over into the next generation, then the next, and it's going to be a point where it's going to, you go to the show, they're just going to have wrestlers. They're not going to have to, well, these are the women wrestlers coming up next, these are the men wrestlers. No, it's just going to be, here's wrestlers, period. And I really appreciate everything you're doing for the business, because you are killing it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a hard job, but I guess somebody's got to carry the world on their shoulders, so I might as well. No, I'm just kidding.
So let's talk about your dream match. If you could pick one wrestler, alive or dead, to wrestle in the main event, let's just say WrestleMania, who would it be and why?
Everybody's not going to believe me. And I'm sure that you've had some pretty crazy ones, but my husband, and I mean that wholeheartedly, he is hands down the best wrestler I have ever seen. And my favorite wrestler is Samoa Joe. Now, my second favorite would probably be Samoa Joe, but you know, he can tell a story. He knows what he's doing. He knows his craft. Even if I mess up, I'm gonna look amazing, and it will. I know for a fact it will never happen. I think that's why it's my dream match. But my husband, I would love to just, maybe it's like, you didn't take the trash out, so like one little bump would like make me feel a little bit better in life. But either way, that's like, oh, I crave that match that I will never get. So yeah, my husband would be it.
Why wouldn't you get that match?
Because my husband he doesn't, I don't know. I just don't think he would ever allow me that match. I don't think that to him, as much as he has trained me and bumped me and threw me in a corner, I don't think he could actually pull down and like physically wrestle me. He loves me too much. I think that's what it boils down to. I think I'm just like his sweet little baby, and that's what he sees when we're in the ring. And I'm just like, well, I'll take it. He spools me really, so I think that's what he sees. It's like, I can't do it. That's my little baby, so I'll take it.
Look. You came to the right person about getting heat. Now, all I'm saying, there's a plethora of ways you could get your husband to wrestle you. Start with just the old school traditional way. He says he's not going to do it, then you start doing stuff that you know will irritate him. Then you keep pushing, and then one day, bam, he's going to be like, I've had enough of this. Get in the ring. We're going. I'm telling you, he'll do it.
I've been working for 12 years, and we'll see how that goes in the next 5, because that's about as much as
I'm telling you, as a man, just needle us enough, we're gonna give in. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to keep trying. Then I'm eventually get it. Before our days have ended, we will get that match.
I'm rooting for you. Now, okay. How big is your husband?
He is. Well, he's lost a bunch of weight. He's on a huge diet and all this stuff. But He was like 3 something. I think now he's 290 or 280 something. I'm not for sure, but he's about 6 foot. He was on TNA. His name's Larry Jones. But yeah, he's a big old dude.
So the reason I ask, because I don't want Larry coming looking for me, first off, because that's the first thing. I should have got this information before I gave you the secret, but hey, that's Professor's bad. Secondly, another reason why I wanted to know, I'm a pretty big guy myself, so I'm like, maybe I could have a snowball's chance at hell against them. So I just want to match up, because see, I'm 6'4", 300. So I might, because he got the, now see, I know he got the wrestling skills and but see, I've watched wrestling all my life. I'm 52 years old. I've learned, if nothing else, Ric Flair has taught me to be the dirtiest player in the game and learn. So I'm just getting my everything right before he comes looking for me.
Totally get it. No, he's amazing. He really is. He deals with me, so he's very patient. It may take him a long time.
So, how do your kids react to mom and dad being wrestlers?
They're so over it. No, Larry's been wrestling for like over 20 years, so they're 100% used to it. They do get a little like in when like they go in school, or like we come to school functions. They're like, "Hey, your parents wrestle," or like we have like wrestling shows at their school for like raising money and stuff. And they're like, "Yeah, that's my mom." They're like, "That's your mom, that's your dad," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" But back in the days when they were little, it was like so embarrassing. They were like, "Stop talking to everybody." Oh my gosh. Although I'm not nearly as big as Larry in our town, because Larry's hometown, I'm not from here. Larry is hometown boy. So he definitely gets the Walmarts, the Krogers, the fairs, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, can we go one place? Just one." So yeah, I'm not nearly as bad as dad. I still get, "Hey, you're Larry's wife." So I get that here. But when we're out, it's, "Hey, you're Paige." So yeah, they're over it. They're totally over it. They're just like, yeah, whatever. They come to our shows, but they don't go to shows no more. They're all like 17, 15. The youngest one, our oldest ones, were like, "We're not going to put her through that. We're going to keep her with us while you go."
Oh, wow. It is such a funny thing. Sometimes when when my kids were younger, I used to work at Toys R Us. And for me, I'm like, man, that's kind of embarrassing. My kids loved every minute of it. They told their friends, and, "Oh, my dad can get me that. He worked at Toys R Us." And it's like, I would have never thought they would have had that reaction.
I love that. I love that.
Kids are such an amazing thing. They do so much. When you think you know them and they're going to go down one road, they totally go.
There's 2 things in this world that tell the truth, and that is leggings and children. And I will stand on that for the rest of my life.
So let's talk about championships.
Gosh.
Tell me your championship history.
So I think my proudest one, honestly, is ours. Gen Next Pros, the company that my husband and his best friend run. I just am on the paperwork. But that's my proudest belt. I worked really hard to prove that I don't get that belt because I'm just Larry's wife, that I got that belt because I'm a kick-ass bitch, and that's just that. And but I've had so many. I've carried a few. I've out of West Virginia, Indiana. I'll just, gosh, I can't even like remember them all. I mean, I'm carrying 2. Well, I was carrying 2 up until 2 weeks ago, I was carrying our Gen X, and then I was carrying AACW out of Indiana. I was carrying their belt, but I got cheated out of that. So now it's just the one belt page. But I plan on getting anything and everything that I can get my hands on, to be completely honest with you. I thought I was going to slow down a little bit on the wrestling, but I think I'm in like my prime. I think a woman's prime is like their 30s, and I'm just like, hey, I'm there, so let's do it now. You know what I mean? And my husband was in his 30s when he got signed to TNA, and I'm just like, I could do this. It's fine. It's really okay.
So, what is your goal right now? What is the thing that continues to drive you to be the best women's wrestler that you can be?
Obviously, my family. That's hands down. But aside from like the obvious, I feel like just being, gosh, I think making my dad proud. My dad passed a few years ago, but I think in the end, being able to look up and know that my dad is proud of me, I think is what drives me the most. I think that I know that my family will always be proud of me, but my dad was my hero, and he always wanted me to do what I wanted to do in life. And I came up from a really rough past, and my dad helped me through pretty much up until I met Larry. And I owe a whole lot to my dad and my stepmom. And I just know that when I look up at the end of every match, if I feel, because like I said, I'm a spiritualist. My dad stays with me all the time. Like I literally hear his voice. But I think at the beginning of every match, I talk to my dad right before I walk up, and at the end of every match, I say, Dad, how was I? And as long as I don't feel like I did him wrong, then I know that I don't care what anybody else says, because my dad loves me. So
love that. Definitely love that. What would you say is your most embarrassing moment in wrestling?
God, I have so many of those. Just personally, I hate watching myself in general. It's not that I'm like, oh my God, I'm so ugly, or I'm fat, or I'm not good. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like cringy to me. But I'd say my most embarrassing moment, honestly, is anytime that I've allowed my screw ups to become more important than my achievements. And I mean that just with like me and my husband, whenever like, cause I 100% like what he thinks is, it means a lot to me. And, he'll never say you're dumb, you're stupid, you fucked up or whatever, but he will say, hey, this could have been better than this, or you could have done this better than this. And I think anytime I allow my pride to overdo my adultness, I guess that's the only time I'm ever embarrassed. In the ring, if I mess up, then I'm human, girl. Okay, I still look good, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I'm still pretty. So what is your excuse? That's how I look at life. But I think more than anything it's my pride is my biggest downfall, but it also is my biggest, my best thing about me, I guess.
I love the answer. And what was the best part of that? It was genuine. I can really feel that you believe what you're saying is not just because we're doing this podcast. You truly believe that. And it comes through.
Thank you. I've always been my closest friends know me the best, and they'll tell you that a lot of people, it's not that people don't like me, because people really do, but it's also just the fact that I'm so honest, and maybe too honest sometimes. And I'm just like, well, I don't like things too, but here we are.
So you're that blunt friend that everybody looks to is like, oh, I want to say this, and they kind of nudge you.
My turn. That's me.
Ah,
Guilty.
um, do you still keep up with WWE or AEW?
A little bit here and there. I would say I do still follow Billy Starks. I watched her like third match. It was at a girls' show. It was like midnight on a Thanksgiving. She came out, she wrestled. I called Larry and I was like, we need to have this girl at the show. Like, she's gonna be amazing. She's going somewhere. You really need to let her come to the show. And nobody believed me. And now she's there. And I'm like, I told y'all, just listen to me. I'm psychic, low key. But but I do a little bit. I don't a whole lot, only because like I really am a busy person. Like, I wrestle, I'm a mom, I'm like I said, I'm a pharmacist tech. I work all day and then I go to shows, and then by the time I get home, I spend what time I can with the kids. But I do because my son does watch it. I do keep up with it a little bit. I know that, like I said, I know the Billy Starks because that's my girl. And I watch a little bit of WWE, but the man's always going to be my favorite because she is representing women all around the country. Like, we can fight like the men. So go ahead. But I don't really follow it heavy. So I don't really know like storylines and what's going on. And I think Roman Reigns is still kicking it. So, now, when the stars come back, and that my stars like the Stone Colds and the Rocks and those, that's when I will watch for that night, because that's who I really want to see. I will.
Right.
I don't keep up today's WWE, but till the day that I die, I will still be watching WWE, Samoa Joe, WCW, all of that. That's what I'm watching. And I know I've seen it 100 times, but I'm still going to watch it.
I'm guilty of it too. I have thousands of videos, of VCR tapes, DVDs, stuff on my computer. I watch the current stuff, but when I really want to get into something, I generally go back to watch something older. Now, another thing that we have in common is that we are Samoa Joe fans.
Oh, he is my favorite. So I'm very open. Like I said, I'm a very open book, and I will tell you that I am I don't know how to say this professionally, but I like both, if you can't tell. Okay, so but other than my husband, men aren't attractive to me, and I hate men. I don't really like men, but Samoa Joe other than my husband, is my favorite male wrestler. He is so like smart assy, funny, down to business. He is me in a male form, and I think that's why I like him. Not because I'm like, oh my God, Samoa Joe. It's because if I was a male, I would be you. If I was a male, I wish I could be you. And then I would be happy with life. If I die, I want to come back as Samoa Joe in a future life. That's what I want to do. He is my favorite wrestler. I try to wrestle like him. I try to, I'll go as far as watch TV shows that I know that he is in. It's on like the Twisted Metal or whatever it's called.
Love that show.
I'll watch it just because he's in it. I don't care about the show. I don't care about Samoa Joe. But yes, my husband will attest to anytime we talk about wrestling, I was like, oh, I was watching Samoa Joe the other day, and I think I'm gonna, and he's like, what are you gonna do now, Paige? And I'm like, I'm gonna do this. You're lucky I'm a female, because if I was a male, I would be Samoa Joe, and I don't know who you would be married to, because I would be Samoa Joe. But yeah, Samoa Joe was my favorite.
What I love about Samoa Joe is, like you said, not just the toughness, because he's legit tough, but his psychology is such an amazing thing. No matter where on the card he's needed, he can fit that bill and knock it out the park. I love his. He's one of the best talkers that people do not give him enough credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch a promo with him and be so amazed. There's not too many wrestlers that are intelligent enough to use big words that most people wouldn't know. He used them. He used them correctly. He's even to the point of using it, breaking it down, because he's telling you you're too stupid to know what the word means.
Take me to church. Take me to church. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm here. I agree. He is amazing. I can't. Again, if I had to die and come back to life, I would be him. So, yes.
Till this day, I kick myself in the butt because I had a chance to go see him. He was wrestling at a local show around me, and my dumb ass didn't go. I
agree. I'd have to agree with that one.
To this day, that's one of my big wrestling regrets. I didn't get a chance to talk to Samoa Joe, or at least watch him wrestle live. Well, and I've seen him live at AEW and stuff, but I wanted that intimate setting so I can holler, Joe, you're my God, please take me under your wing.
Yes, sir. I agree to that.
If you had a chance, you had a spot on a major show, the only thing they wanted you to do is come in the ring and punch somebody, who would it be and why?
I got you. I got 17 of them. No. No, seriously. Who would I punch? Like, for real. I would punch the person, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I would also punch the woman who decided that women should have rights sometimes, because sometimes I don't want to go to work and do my job. No, I think I would seriously, like, I don't think I could. I think I would punch the person who decided that that the customer was always right. I work in customer service, and I have for over 12 years. And whoever decided that the customer was always right and put that into the customer's head should be straight punched in the face and then curb stomped in the middle of the ring. That's what I think should happen. Customer services agents anywhere, whether it be on the phones, in a store, in a restaurant, they don't get paid enough, and they don't get they just don't get enough shout outs to how mentally customer service can just rush your dreams. So yes, whoever decided the customer was always right needs to be punched in the face and curb stomped in the middle of the ring. Yes.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think probably the worst thing that ever happened to me at the time, I was working at Toys R Us, and this lady decided she could walk in our back room and just pick up anything. And I was like, ma'am, you can't be back here. She told me I can be wherever I want. My husband owns a piece of Toys R Us, and walked off. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, I know people will be mad if I hit her, because you can't put your hands on a woman. But I kept thinking, she's not a woman, she's a bitch. I can hit her and justify.
I feel that's justified. I feel that's I do not believe in domestic violence either way, but I feel as though that would have been justified to smack her across her face. So I would have bailed you out. It's totally fine. I said, I don't know why people feel like they're
so above anybody,
Entitled.
hardworking people, and will say it and be so disrespectful.
Like I said, I was raised in the PJs. I'm actually Native American, and like I don't know what my biological father is. He's like German or something, but I'm half Native, half whatever he was. And I again have been around a lot of people that feel entitled, and also whoever came up with entitlement, they should be punched in the face too. As a matter of fact, they should both be punched together. So yes, I've been around a lot of entitlement, and it's so crazy. Like that's why I tried to speak out for whatever I can, because like, oh yeah, I would any Karen could be hit in the face. As a matter of fact, I have a list. We'll just, whenever they come up, I'll let you know which one should be hit. I got you. Karen's are another.
That sounds perfect. So throughout this whole interview, I noticed your shirt, and I know the only thing I noticed was the thug on it. While you were talking, I was like, okay, thug life, that's cool. Then I realized, wait a minute, that's not Tupac. Wait a minute, that's the Golden Girls.
It is. It's the Golden Girls. It's my life.
And the only thing that I was thinking is, holy shit, I have to get that shirt. My son loves the Golden Girls. I have to find it so I can give it to him.
My daughter bought it for me. She was, gosh, I don't even know where she was at. I just got it like a week ago, and she came home. She was like, I saw this and I completely thought of you. And I was like, oh Lord. And she gave it to me. And then, yeah, she actually knows that I'm okay. So you may have to bleep this out, but I love Tupac. Do not get me wrong. Tupac is the man, but Biggie was also the man. Okay. Don't hate me, but Biggie was also the fucking man. Okay. So, but like Thug, like she knows that like that's the kind of music I listen to. Like they'd hate it sometimes. They're just like, hey mom, why don't you listen to, I don't know, like family friendly music? And I'm like, no, because I'm trying to do a shootout tomorrow in the back of my caddy with T.I. So calm down. But and she found this and she was like, oh my gosh, I saw this and was like, this is totally you. And she knows that I like the Golden Girls. I actually love the Golden Girls. They all thugs. I don't care who you are. They thugs. Okay.
Yes,
and
they are.
yes. So the mama, she the biggest thug of them all. She don't even care.
No,
so yeah, I think like Walmart or something, to be completely honest with you. So definitely look at your local Walmart. They may have it.
I definitely will, because like, and it's again going back to your kids. Some of the stuff that they like and don't like, it just blows my mind. And when my son started watching the Golden Girls, I didn't say nothing at first. I just stood and watched, and I'm like, he's actually watching this. So one day I talked to him. I'm like, why you go? He's like, because they're the shit. And I'm like, okay, I couldn't say anything else. I was like, man, you got that.
Yep. Yep. So, They thugs. They hoe thugs. They hoe ass thugs. I love them. I think it's my foreshadowing, is I see me being them when I get old. I'm just like, I'm old. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? I'm old. Let me be old.
Since I've hit this mark in my life, I think, wow, I get it. Yeah. Why they just didn't give a damn. They, like, what you gonna do to me? I've been through it. So what?
We've been through so many wars, 9/11, 2020. So,
2 years of that. 2 terms of that.
We've been through it. So, but yeah, they the shit. I like me some Golden Girls.
So, with that being said, what would be, if you had a chance to script it out, and live it. What would be the best way for you to end your wrestling career? Go out in a blaze of glory.
I want to have a title run, title match. I want to hold the Gen X, not the Gen X women's title, because I have that. I want to hold the Gen X world title. That's what I want to hold. I want to show to everybody that we are one, and that title is not just for the men. That title is also for the women. And then I can go out, and then that will be fine, and then I can just spend the rest of my life being Blanche, and I'll be happy.
Of course, I found it funny that you went with Blanche.
I mean, what else am I gonna do? What else am I gonna do? That would be the end of my career. I would drop the belt. I would have that belt. I would have a run with it. I would show them what I can do. And then I would drop it to the next person who is the best in Gen X. And right now we have a ton. Right now we have so many good people in our company. We have the Tyler, the Jackie Stads, the Helen Craven, and I hate saying his name because I can never remember it. And I always call him Helen Keller and he hates it, but I'm like, that's what comes to my mind. So, and I have to stop doing that because his name is literally after my favorite horror, because I'm a horror fan. I also love horror. I'm a Jason, Michael, Wicked. I love it all. I eat scary movies for breakfast, and I can never remember his name, and he hates that. But we have so many, like I said, the Stevie Ashes, the Corey, our champ now is Corey Calhoun, and the Max Sleds, and we have his kid named Debo. And when he first told me his name, I was like, first of all, that's not your name. You a lot. You watch too many Friday movies. Stop yourself. Then it was real, and I was like, oh, so you think you're real bad because I will straight knock you the fuck out. I don't care if Smokey says it's okay, I can do it. No. So Ice Cube said, okay. So no, but yeah, yeah, we have so many. That would be a good little, okay, I've had my run. Y'all have it from here on out.
I want to thank you for, again, being on my show. I've had a wonderful time. You feel free anytime you want to come back and we can discuss anything you like. I have really, really enjoyed this.
I'll have to bring my two partners. We're called Everything Legendary. It's my husband and our best friend Max Sled. And yeah, we are if you love me, you'll love them. They are a hoot. Oof, they are too much sometimes. Sometimes I just got to walk away and let y'all do y'all's thing.
They definitely are welcome too. Again, this is such an amazing thing for me personally, because my goal is to not only have fun, but to educate people and give them that understanding and inside view of what it really takes to be a professional wrestler. I think a lot of times we as fans think, oh, well, they did that. Hell, I could do that easily, and have no real clue of what y'all go through, what y'all sacrifice to entertain us. So for them, I say thank you.
No, I want to thank you. I love being here. Definitely, whenever you want me, I'll definitely be back. You can find me, Paige Jones, anywhere and everywhere. Your Mom's Wet Dream is also my name, and that is a fact. The men do not come to the shows for me; they come for the men. But the mothers and the wives do come for me, and I am okay with that. So
since you brought that up, we had this discussion right before we went live, and I asked her, I was like, how in the hell did you come up with that handle?
Well, the moms love me. They really do. I don't know if it's because they want to be me or they want to be with me, but either way, I'll take them. So, that's pretty much it. I've been with a few MILFs and they are amazing. And so I will take them any day of the week. But yes, you can find me anywhere. I'm everywhere. You can always message me, and if you find me, book me too.
Well, I could definitely tell you, if you are taking bookings, you need to come to East Tennessee. We have some amazing promotions, and
I have family down there. I have to come down there for sure.
yes, and you have to let me know so we can meet. And like I said, the promotions here, they are so good. And I hate saying that because it sounds like me just being cocky or, well, it's my area. No, they are really good. Matter of fact, two of them are NWA affiliates. So you get to possibly see and meet some of the wrestlers, like the world heavyweight champion Silas Mason is from here. Kinsey Paige, former women's world champion.
See, I love Kinsey. That's another woman I forgot to mention. Kinsey Paige is out here killing it. But yeah, my husband worked a lot for NWA. So I would love NWA, don't get me wrong, but like if I could just meet Billy Corgan, not even because of wrestling, but because Smashing Pumpkins was my life back in the day. So touche.
Yes, I definitely understand. And if somehow, some way, Billy sees this, man, give both of us a chance. Look, she is an amazing wrestler. I have some ideas I think you would love. Just give us a chance. That's all we're asking for.
Just one chance. You've been so amazing. I appreciate everything you've done.
Oh, you're more than welcome. It's deserved. And again, it is so easy when you have people like yourself that come on just nice and having fun. And that's what it's about, having fun and educating some of our younger viewers who may not know about wrestling. I think I'll give a all around great performance, and we're just the shit. Let's just call it what it is.
Shit. We the shit. That's it. Oh my gosh, you have been so amazing. And again, if you ever want me on your show again, you just let me know. Me and the Golden Girls will be there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Guys, girls, thank you so much for joining me around the campfire for another, not just amazing, but funny and educational chat. This is the goal of my podcast, is to have fun, to educate you on the wrestlers. And one of the big things that I always say before I end any show is go support your local promotion. You never know who you are missing and the fun times you can have at indie promotions. I'm not saying that they're better than the big promotions. I'm not saying the big promotions are better than them. What I am saying is you have such a better atmosphere. It's so intimate that you will have so much fun. If you yell at a wrestler, you best believe they hear you, and 9 times out of 10, they are going to respond. So, man, go have fun. And there's so many different promotions out there. They have family-friendly promotions. They have the hardcore. Whatever you're into, check out your local promotion first. And one of the biggest things, especially with this economy the way it is, you can actually go into a show and leave the show with money in your pockets. I know it's a crazy concept nowadays, but it does take place. Go give that support and love to your local indie promotion. With that being said, I am Professor Bear. This has been a Bear's Thought, and we will catch you around the campfire again very soon. Y'all take care.
Bye, guys.